you and I were in the Stack 3D protein wars one time. And I remember you looked at like the 64 different protein brands and a lot of them were trash. And I
Yes.
remember like the thinking about just the fact that we were the minority speaking up about WPC
Mhm.
80. We were the only people with transparent protein labeling,
Yeah.
right? Like that was the minority back then. Today, day and age, like if you look at some of the biggest brands in the space, right? Like Ghost just sold for $1.8 billion. That gives a pretty good marker of like their size. Their proteins are transparent. Or if you go
Yes.
to Chris Bumstead, who is one of the best known fitness professionals of all time, we could probably say,
Yeah.
his protein is made at Simpson, right? Like there are so many different quality brands in the forefront of these markets that it's such a difference. Back in the day, it was much more like YouTube than Instagram back then. But the people who were talking about quality and pressing against the status quo of just kind of like crappy product, that was the minority, and that's no longer the case anymore.
No, no, it's gotten so much better. I like the industry now. I used to despise the industry. Like I wanted out of it so bad. And now I'm like, I actually like it here. And now I'm working with great brands that do great things. And actually with Tiger Fitness for years, I've been able to work with really good brands. And most of them have the best of intentions. You get your fringe guys, you do, and you're always going to have those. But I also see, remember in the 90s and the 2000s, you had the ephedra, which I think is fine. You had pro hormones. Literally, they were selling. It's crazy because you look at methyl DHT, which is a steroid, which is horrible for the liver, probably worse than anything but halotestin. In 2001, you could buy that at a supplement store, literally methyl DHT. And you could buy one testosterone. You could buy all these crazy things. Literally the clear, what Patrick Arnold went to jail for, was available over the counter and nobody went to jail for that. It was wild. Patrick sold the equivalent of 2 bottles. These guys sold hundreds of thousands of bottles and Patrick goes to jail. It was a wild time, but I do, and I want to get we all have to work with them. So there is some kid gloves. And I've said this on this channel, people get mad, and I'm also more libertarian minded. I don't mind the FDA.
Mm-hmm.
I like the fact that they inspect things. I like the fact that they try to prevent adulterants from going in supplements, and they do keep a close pulse on this industry. With that being said, Ben, what is your thoughts on the FDA and how they're handling things? And has it changed since we've had the new Make America Healthy Again kind of movement? Has it gotten easier? Has it gotten harder? What do you see?
So I think that you have to understand about, especially for dietary supplements, our regulations that we have to answer to, the Dietary Supplement Health and Education Act, that was passed by Congress. Like we elected officials who wrote that law and passed it. So I agree with you. I think that especially in our niche of supplements, we all made our bed and we have to sleep in it.